Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid, where we're going to brave the fog and see whether we can, probably the next step, an excellent suggestion from one of the commenters of my videos, IanRM, got in touch with me and then said, you know what, maybe you should make bigger barricades on those. So like one plank across each, is that really going to do it? I think the correct answer to that is no, it's probably not. So let's get on with that. So let's smash our brains in. Let's go find some wood. Now there were lots of places where the zombies have broken down doors into planks like this. So I'm just going to exploit these. I probably could have emptied out my... Whoa. Sneak attack. There you go. That's the safest way to dispose of a zombie when it hasn't seen you yet, because it's a one-hit kill. Get some more bullets. This is starting to look good. So I'm going to keep picking up planks. This is worth knowing that actually there's lots of really useful things in here. I'm just going to read these straight away actually. So I haven't read that, so I'll read it now. I haven't read that, so I'll read that now. I haven't read that, so I'll read that now. Excellent. So I'll put all those back so they're not taking up room in my inventory. Probably am going to take this chicken though. Come on. What's going on? It's not dragging for some reason. That's better. Used in improvised devices. So I don't know that. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Let's focus on the task at hand, which is getting planks which zombies have smashed up. So this should probably make me too heavy now, which is great. Good. So I'm going to head back and go for a second layer of barricade against my house. Currently unaware. If you die, March Ridge. Sure, I'll take that. I guess as this one was the one which was being beat on, I might as well add a plank to this one. So that's definitely a place zombies are going to be trying to get in. That's 2 on there, 2 on there. God, that sound of all those flies from those rotten corpses is manky. Let's see if I can get a shovel and bury some of these, because it's just disgusting. It's what I've never done before in this game. After I get these out, probably to level 2 barricades will do for now. It's pretty quiet in this area. Haven't gone mad with the number of zombies, so I think we don't need to go mad yet with the amount of defenses and he's also putting in. Ah! See, this is the beauty of the bats, is the knockback is real. That means that when you get, I think I've already got a Riverside map. When you get caught by them suddenly like that, I've already read those, good. Let's take those planks. When you get suddenly caught like that, you can use the bats much better than the knives to just get them physically off you fast as possible, so that you don't end up zombie food, basically. This one's got one more door, which is fine. Yeah. Let's take these two. Let's take the planks from this house, barricade up. And this fog's getting worse. Can't see shit. I like to go into a room at least semi-prepared. I can't carry that. It's just too heavy to have another one. Yeah, so that's why my preference is for bashing weapons for up close work, and for stabbing weapons when the zombies are unaware. Now, the safest is a ranged weapon, but the problem is with the guns, etc., is that they are quite heavily let down by the very loud noise that they give off, which obviously attracts loads of zombies. So you want plenty of ammunition, or it to be an absolute emergency, before you start wasting your time with firearms. They can get you out of an emergency though, so if you're trapped in a building and there's loads of them around you, firearms will, you know, there's already loads of them around you. How much worse can it get with the noise, right? Let's put the last one on there. All the way up to 4 on my bedroom, as that is my place of sleep. Is that all my planks? Yeah, I think that's all my planks. Great. Carpentry for beginners. Have I read all that? No. Bosh. So from outside of their range, where they even start grabbing you, you can hit them with something like baseball bats, pool cues, all that kind of stuff. It just puts you in a much better position. Right, I think I'm gonna start going and have a look for a car. Let's eat something, and then let's look for a car. What have we got? I got pork chop and veg still. Tell you what, then let me sneak my chicken away in there. Let's put that there. How much my pistol got in it? It's only 4 in that magazine. Let's eject the magazine. The one which has got 4 rounds in it. Let's reload that. At least gives me 1 full magazine, basically. 14 rounds is a decent chunk. As you can see, you really don't want to be loading rounds one by one in a fight, so you definitely want to take your time when you're in a nice calm position, just like in real life, to mess around with your like loading and unloading and that kind of stuff there. So I want to sort some of this out, don't I, really? Need to assign a place for my crap. Can go quite naturally there. Expert carpentry can go there. It's got the beginning carpentry in there as well. We'll finish reading that soon. What I also will do is reload my pistol and then rack it. Right, good. I think maybe this is where I put it. So I'm not going to worry about the shotgun. Shotgun's definitely worth having in here with a box of shotgun shells. So if they do, you know, this now with the 4 things will give me ages, and these couple of doors will give me ages to wake up and then understand the fact that I'm being properly under siege. At that point, shotgun, box of shells, that's a great time to use that. Not a great time to use a Molotov, obviously. So let's start putting some of my spare crap away. Yeah, wood glue, wire, school bag, saw, pen, duct tape, battery, alarm clock, all of this. Actually, I'll keep the alarm clock. So my alarm clock is my last ditch attempt at luring away a horde of zombies before I'm then forced to do something more drastic, involving kind of fire or guns or something like that. Shit, I forgot to eat. Okay, let's drink. Fill our water bottle. Good. Let's eat a quarter of that. Why not? Let's go for nice and full. Let's eat the final quarter of that. Okay. Steal my cooking pot away. From absolutely stuffed to well fed, which is perfect for what I'm going to need. I wander off and down these streets till I find a car. Parking lots like this are probably a good place. Oh, a taxi. You don't get much more zombie movie than a taxi, do you? I think I'm okay for eye makeup. Okay, lighter and matches in the glove compartment. Oh, my guy's not a smoker yet, but see how stressed he gets. Can we just drive this? Is that a thing we can do? Okay, there's conditions there. Looks like everything's fine. Yeah, right brake's a little bit dodgy. Front row suspension, the engine's a little bit dodgy. But I reckon, I don't know whether you have to learn to hotwire these things or not. Yeah, no key. Okay. I'm guessing you can learn to hotwire it. He locked the door. Okay, that's good. So I can unlock the trunk at least. How do I get out? Oh. I'm guessing there's some kind of drive key. There we go. Check the trunk. Come on. There's a school bag in it. Just check whether there's anything in it. No. That gunshot should have brought the zombies away. So I guess I need to find a couple around here and hope that I find... That was stupid. I meant to open that, forgetting the fact it's a window. It looked like a door. So I just end up crawling through it instead. Right, I reckon if I get up behind this guy. Good. Let's have a look for fresh food. I'm going to be looking pretty good for food in this playthrough. I don't think that's going to be a problem for me at all. Right, this is coming on quite nicely. Just going to absolutely stack all the fresh stuff. You know, I'm just going to eat that. Yeah, it's a crisps, why not? Just keep myself looking pretty nice. I'll leave this stuff which is going to last here a long time alone. So most of this stuff doesn't say fresh on it, which means the fact it's probably not going to go stale in an amount of time that we care about, basically. What have we got in here? Take that. Oh, we are absolutely swimming in food. There's a good position to be in. And there are more hinges and doorknobs and that kind of stuff here. Just because... Okay, there's a medical centre. Just because this guy's close to the taxi, it's unlikely, because we've had a few days of them wandering around, but just in case he happens to be the taxi driver... Shit, I broke my kitchen knife. I'm going to have to read up a bit more on cars and hot wiring and stuff and see whether that's a skill I can learn or whether you just have to get lucky with the keys. I'm gonna... Great way of getting yourself killed, I found, is fighting every zombie even when you don't need to fight them. So we'll do another time, I think we'll do a clear strategy where the idea is that you just try and murder all the zombies that you see. Oh, someone's messing around with my... Well, we didn't do quite what we were aiming for, but we did get an awful lot of fresh fruit and veg. That can only be a good thing for our long-term survival. Let's start by moving that lot across. I wonder what took ages. It's the bloody watermelon. The watermelons are obviously huge, and you've got two options to make them a bit more efficient to eat. Because you can just get your guy to like try and force down a whole one at once, but not very sensible, is it? Trying to eat a whole watermelon. It's much more sensible to break it up. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. One of them is using a knife and cutting it into slices, which is the most efficient. But if you've got something which you've got like a hammer or a bat or a pool cue or something which can do blunt damage, you can also smash the watermelon into chunks and you get watermelon chunks. There's a bit more wastage that way, but still probably a much better idea than just like smushing the whole thing into your face like some kind of animal. Carpentry for beginners. Right. Let's read a bit. Smash through a bit of time. That looked like it was fog maybe. I'm just going to stand here so that I can see the time of day. I still haven't got a watch yet. I think I can read the clock actually, can I? Yeah, okay. So because I got an alarm clock, I can use that by mousing over it. If you got a digital watch or an analog watch, you actually get some stuff over here, and there are some clever watches as well which allow you to do other interesting things, like tell the temperature. At the moment I think are we in spring? I don't know what day it is. I think we're in spring. We might be in summer. I think you can start in spring, autumn or summer. I think this is probably spring. Just put that in there so we can. Put this bit out here. Not in a massive rush. What we will do though is it's about 5, so I'm going to have a nice little dinner, I think. Whoa. This is starting to really disgusting out here. I'm going to have to do something about that. Really don't like the amount of manky, horrible people and stuff there is. Let's do it. Go on. Bit of lettuce. Bit of tofu. See if you can guess what I'm about to cook. Avocado, no. Actually, cabbage is better than lettuce, isn't it? It's whatever. See, that one says fresh and that one doesn't say anything. So because that one's a little bit stale, let's use that first. Onions or anything? Let's grab a radish. Let's just eat a strawberry for now. But the idea that you can eat a quarter of a strawberry is just ridiculous. It's not something I would ever consider doing. But for those who know me, know that I like my food probably a little bit too much. Let's take a knife. So I'm going to try and create a stir fry. Yeah, let's get a bit of chicken, bit of tofu, bit of cabbage will do for our little pak choy. We'll just go, yeah, why not? That's Chinese cabbage, right? And a bit of radish to round it out. I think there's stuff that's not used in there. Cool. That can start in the oven. Have that on a hob. Turn the hob on. We'll watch this, but this should be a nice little dinner for us. Anytime you want to increase the speed, you've obviously got these measures in the thing. Good, I'm getting tired. I was hoping that wasn't going to be bored. Bored is a bit more dangerous than tired. You get bored from being inside doing nothing interesting for too long, and that increases your stress and your potential for issues, I guess. I wonder, can I throw this into a bowl? Let's just eat it. I'm going to start off by eating half. Full to bursting. Yeah, good. Right. So I can whack tomorrow's chicken stir fry in there. Leave the bowl in the side. You can use bowls for like bowls of soup and stew and that kind of thing, which is quite useful. Let's just check our time. Coming up to 10 o'clock. We can be a relatively early sleeper, can't we? Why not? Just going to have a quick look at these maps. So when you find the town called Riverside, this allows you to kind of look through and see what kind of buildings are there. I think we're in Muldrow at the moment. I don't think I've got a Muldrow map, have I? I think I've just got Riverside and March Ridge, neither of which I've been to before, I don't think. So if we find these places, this tells us like where the community centre, school, post office, cinema are and that kind of stuff, and like where you can, like a medical thing. So if you need specific like restaurants and entertainment like to have food, obviously. Industrial buildings are likely to have like saws and hammers, sledgehammers, welding equipment, that kind of thing. Restaurants obviously hopefully have some food. Oh no, I'm getting bored as well. Yeah, okay. He's whinging at me. I did hear okay, I've read that book. I hear a zombie, which means that he's probably just outside of the building here. There's one. Maybe wandered off. Alright, if they're in between these two houses, I'll kill them. If they're just kind of wandering around like that, which they are, I'm just going to leave them. Why not? So, staying at home Englishman's house is his castle stuff seems to be doing okay so far. It's relatively early days, but I think that's 3 days survived. Let's have a nap. And let's see what tomorrow brings. Right, so I think I'm going to go and find out a little bit more about cars. Oh, I've woken up too early. What's my alarm clock saying? How tired was I? It was 4:40, that's not too bad. Have breakfast and then head out for an early morning stroll. Tomorrow we'll figure out what we're going to do about a car. So without any further ado, I'm going to sit there and grab hopefully figure out where we're getting a car next episode, and then we'll drive to Riverside or March Ridge or somewhere else and see what's around. Great, catch you then.